Hello, this is Nakabayashi, a certified administrative procedures specialist. Today, I will explain the establishment of a company for foreigners to obtain a management visa. Well, at our office, we receive a lot of requests for the management visa. There are four common patterns. First, there are those who are running a company in their home country and wish to expand into Japan. Then, there are individuals who are working as salarymen in Japan and want to start their own business. Additionally, there are those who come to Japan for study and after graduating from school wish to establish a company and start their own business. Well, for those who love Japan and want to start a business here, there are four patterns of individuals. Each has its own specifics, but the approach varies slightly between those who are in Japan and those who are overseas. For those who are overseas, the procedures tend to be a bit more complex. First, I will explain the flow of the establishment process. The necessary documents include a seal registration certificate. First, you need to create the articles of incorporation, and then you will have that document certified at the notary office. After that is completed, you will transfer the capital. And this is the form of registration at the Legal Affairs Bureau. With this, the company will be successfully completed. So, in terms of the order, first, we create the articles of incorporation. During this creation process, there are certain things that need to be decided. Of course, the company name is one of them, but there are points to pay attention to. First, the company's address. If you plan to rent an office, you need to secure that office beforehand. When renting that office, it must be for business use. Well, aren't you renting it for residential purposes? This is something to consider for the future. When applying for a management visa, it's important to note that permission may not be granted, so caution is necessary. Additionally, it's essential to properly explain to the landlord that the property will be used for business purposes and that it will be utilized by the company in the future. There are indeed people who live at the company's address to reduce expenses. Yes, you absolutely should not live there. Well, it is registered as the company's address, so yes, you need to change it to a different place for living. Next, let's talk about capital. For those establishing a company alone, a minimum of 5 million yen is required. It's fine if it's 6 million yen or 7 million yen. However, it's important to note that you cannot have one person contributing 3 million yen and another person contributing 2 million yen to establish the company together. Additionally, a common misconception is that the initial 5 million yen prepared can be used freely without any issues. Yes, this is often misunderstood as a form of deposit. However, it is not meant to be deposited with the Japanese government. The 5 million yen is strictly for business purposes, so you can use it freely for operating the company. Reducing this amount does not affect your permission to operate. So it's important to understand this clearly. So, once the articles of incorporation are completed, we will have them certified at the notary office. This involves paying a fee to the notary office for the certification. After this certification is done, we will transfer the capital to a bank. However, since the company has not yet been established at this point, there is no company account available. Therefore, the capital will be transferred to a personal account. Yes, this must be done after the certification is completed. If you transfer the funds before the certification, it will be problematic, so caution is necessary. However, for those who have already made the transfer, it may be necessary to withdraw the funds once, move them to another account, and then return them, which can be quite a hassle. Once the transfer of capital is completed, you can finally register the company at the Legal Affairs Bureau. At the time of registration, you will need to prepare the registration application form and submit it along with the articles of incorporation and the proof of capital to the Legal Affairs Bureau. The date of establishment of the company will be the date on which this application is submitted. Well, regarding the establishment of a company, I think you can expect it to take about 2 to 3 weeks from the start of preparations until it is completely finished. That concludes the explanation about the establishment.